problem we face is we are trying to, in a Western culture, we're trying to absorb something that comes from an African culture. Now, Western culture is basically intellectual, analytical. The height of intellectual of the Western concept is existentialism, which means the primacy of the individual over the group. That's basically the Western concept of the individual in society. Whereas the African society, African culture is more agrarian, is more community. As a matter of fact, it is totally community oriented. In the African culture, a band is a community in the micro and in the macro. Yet we don't hear the community effort here in the Western society. So it's basically group individual orientation versus group orientation. And a Westerner looks at a drum set and sees 5 pieces put together to make one sound. An African looks at a drum set, it's one sound made up of 5 pieces. They're looking at the total sound all of us put together. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a play on words. It's a completely opposite cultural point of view. And Westerners have a hard time dealing with that because they sense somehow they're going to lose their individuality, the height of Western social thinking, if they have a group event. But in this case, it's not true. You can have both at once. So what I usually hear when I hear combos playing, like what you guys were doing, is playing by coincidence. Being the same room at the same time. You all happen to be playing the same song at the same time. You all happen to be in the same place at the same song in the same room at the same time, and you're assuming because of this, you're having a group event. It is not true. It's just playing by coincidence. The group event acquires a completely different attitude towards playing. Like yours, using us like a play-along record. Using us like a play-along record. You finally started to contribute when you got your time in place and you heard how it worked with us. We finally had a group effort going, and you sensed it, didn't you? That's the difference between Western thinking and African thinking. This band is one sound. Every band is one sound. You change a member of the band, you got another one sound. You change 2 members, the sound of the band changes. But the way you look at it is in terms of the total sound, not the individual members that make it up. Completely different attitude, and that's the difficulty Westerners face, thinking that way. And thinking like it's a community event. They come in Africa, you have a child, it's the group's child. It's not just the parents' child. Everybody's responsibility is to take care of everybody's children. Everybody's responsibility is to take care of the group. It's total group, community, what's the word I'm looking for? Never find one when you want one. It's a tribal approach. Tribal. What do we know about tribal approach? You know? So, this is a tribe. You get up here, this is a tribe. We're all working together to create this one sound instead of 4 or 5 different sounds. That attitude has got to be